You're tuned into the Psychoactive podcast. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gorgeous.
Coming at you.
Excellent plan.
Yeah, that was good. That's some good guitar work, dude.
Thanks.
Good axe work.
You know, it always seems to come together when you got that little bit of pressure where you're like, all right, we're recording now, so make it sound good.
Well, yeah, because you're
Didn't sound
nervous
perfect,
at first. You know? That's fine. I didn't even use the shaker. Didn't need that.
God damn it.
The customary incense
Lighting of the torch.
Lighting of the incense.
Damn, dude, we're drowning already. Bring up the topics, dude. Bring up the topics.
I'm just getting the computer on.
Dog, my page is blank.
I have this. All right, see, look. The first thing was better intro.
First,
more enthusiastic.
all right.
I can check.
We tried to make it. That sounded pretty enthusiastic.
That was better than
that was great.
That was better than
people
the
gonna
last intro.
people gonna click it and be like, oh shit, and then instantly there's like a sick ass intro song.
I'm gonna highlight it because it's done. Cool. All right.
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that acoustic version of our intro song. That's what we've been toying with recording as an intro song. But you know me,
I mean, it looks
so busy. I'm just so busy.
It's huge on there.
Holy,
but it's fine.
It'll be good. I mean, we kind of went crazy towards the end. Plus, I was like screaming.
It's just a block of audio.
Hopefully,
it's good though.
Doesn't sound terrible, at least.
I mean, we need to turn this up now. We need to turn it down more during the recording. Or we just have it pre-recorded.
Our own producers.
Like, this is what we wanted to talk about. We wanted to talk about the issues that we've been going through. Just
dude,
as
honestly,
musicians, as a band, and as a newly podcast people.
Dude, it's funny because, like, I remember one time I was playing outside, my dad came up to me, he was like, hey, do you have any interest in video editing? And I was like, yeah, that sounds like pretty cool, because I was like into YouTube and shit, and he had like this program, but I never really got into it, and I was like always interested in it, but I never really fell into that hole until, you know, now we are trying to make these podcasts.
What was the program? Do you remember? Was it Sony Vegas?
I couldn't even tell you because I was like 10, and it wasn't even like, I don't even remember. I do remember after a while I would just like fuck with Windows Movie Maker, and I did like, because like it would let you take frame by frame and put like pictures in, so like I would make it look like I shot myself.
I used to edit shit like that for like shitty YouTube videos, like guns firing.
Right.
Trying to get the smoke and the blood.
You put in the flashbang. Yeah.
You gotta make sure the actor's good too. You know,
it's not until now I've had to figure out.
Well, you don't really want to spend like hundreds of dollars on some shit that sucks.
Right.
You know.
Plus, like, it's not like we're gonna get someone else to do it for us at this stage. So it's like weird how I was talking to my sister about this because she's working on. She has her own crafting business, and she's been making videos and stuff. So she's like kind of in the same boat. We were talking on the phone yesterday about just like having to, like learn to do so many things you didn't expect to do. Like, we're musicians, but like we also decided to do this, and so with that comes having to like make our own videos
and learn how to
edit the audio,
do all that shit.
But you know,
that's true.
It's never gonna stop,
dude. It's all about learning and growing. You know,
right?
Just becoming the person you're gonna be. You know,
right?
When I was 13, I made YouTube videos. I made video game YouTube videos. I also made live action YouTube videos. I'm just gonna pull this up real quick for you. We don't have to do anything with it. Don't even bother what I'm googling. Just look.
Oh, that was you? It's still there, dude? That's hilarious. Is that like your friend?
Yeah.
Obviously.
But my last upload was 7 years ago.
Dude, you didn't keep consistent with it.
Well, no, these were all from 7 years ago. So it was consistent for the time that it was. This is my pride and joy right here. How to make toast, dude. Oh, yeah, copyright music I just blatantly used. Just is bad. You can see my hair, dude. It's good. Hold on. This is throwback, dude. to just
your
my
hair,
old
dude.
life.
That's great.
No, it was a lot, and I did that myself. The Photoshop edit, that was good.
That's what it's all about, baby. Is doing it really, really, really bad when you're a child,
dude. I have experience.
Right. Dude, you're such a cute little kid,
you see these cute
dude.
cuts, dude?
That doesn't even like look like you.
No, it's a fucking child. This was like I'm gonna like make you drip in your panties, but you're like 13. You know? But I'm also 13, so yeah. Exactly.
That looks like you look like the kind of kid that makes TikToks now that like
right.
Those super sexy like.
Yeah, no. This is what I was doing, embarrassing shit. This is what I'm all about, dude.
You like that, girls? You like it when I dance to the Hot Billboard 100 music?
Dude, it's some good shit.
All right, well.
I wish we could just watch this the whole time.
Well, don't close it. We need to.
I know, it's just shameful.
But yeah, can't wait to get that recorded, and then we'll have to see how our video editing prowess holds up.
I can't wait to see how these look in like a year. This is gonna be wildly different.
Honestly, I feel like 100 would be like the benchmark. If we get to like 100, that'll be like pretty monumental. I mean, even like 20 or 50, if we were like
if we get past 10, dude, we'll be fine.
Right. I already feel like we're really getting in the flow with like getting stuff together, like getting set up.
Because we're actually doing it.
Right.
We're actually sitting down and recording it, which is hard. It's hard to get into that creative mindset, dude.
Right.
Like to be able to want to do things, like to actually want to make something. I'm not always feeling like I want to, you know.
Dude, I know. Like I was telling you earlier, just like the way you, like the things that are truly satisfying, like the difference between like the things that just make you happy and the things that satisfy you. Because there's like so many things that just like make you happy or like like instantly gratify you, like you mentioned earlier.
Like video games and
right, like food, drugs, sex.
Yeah.
But yeah, like creating something or, you know, working out, putting work in for like a delayed result. Like it takes that extra motivation.
Yeah.
Which like obviously like duh, like this all sounds like really obvious stuff, but like this isn't stuff anyone teaches you or like tells you explicitly. Like
it's just class you can take, you know.
There's so many like it's amazing how life has like these different lessons that you learn, and you can, if you start to like look at life as like a school that teaches you, and like instead of seeing things like problems as like bad things, see them as like challenges to get over,
to overcome.
Like
yeah,
which I have trouble with sometimes, like having that mindset. But like it's crazy how I feel like in our society we need some sort of like push towards seeing through like the veil, so to speak, of like how to be, I guess. Like I lost my train of thought.
I mean, I think I feel like I kind of know what you're talking about. Where like I don't know. I feel like people are stuck in this mindset where everyone needs to be working 100% of the time.
Right.
And like no one can like actually get creative or like just make something that has like no actual sellable value, but it shouldn't fucking matter. I feel like. Right. You know, but like you can't do that because you have to make money to survive and exist in our society.
It's not.
So it's not, you can't, unless you can find a way to like profit from it, you know, which is hard to get started in.
But. Right. Well, honestly, like that'd be cool if that's the way that our society started moving, was where people, as like automation, like we were talking on the last podcast about.
Oh yeah,
as automation,
Yang, dude.
Yang gang, baby.
Yang
as
gang.
You know, less and less people, like there's less things for people to do, but like hopefully we'll find a way to balance the economic prosperity, but. Like a creative outlet is like a great way to live, because it is kind of like an illusion that like we're here. I think the only way the system works is if we all work for each other and we have to keep doing it constantly, instead of, especially with the help of automation and technology, if we could find a way where we don't have to live like that anymore. Like it just is like you're born and what you do is you're enjoying life, and it's like the canvas it is. You're just manipulating it and having a good time.
Sketching it for yourself, dude.
Going with the flow.
I don't know. Like, we just... Like, society needs to change in that way, which is hard, because you can't just change.
Right, because it's the way it's always been.
If you don't work, people, like, shame you. And, like, they say, like, why do you not work? Like, how do you have money? Like, how do you do
It's kind of funny. It's kind of like a cult. Like, not in the way that obviously our society's given us a lot of positives, but it's kind of like a cult in the way that if you don't work, because you have to see like everything is based on the value everyone gives it by working.
Right.
So if you don't work, you're not a part of that, and you're not paying into tax. You're nothing.
And like going off of that, the kind of job you have also matters. Like if you work like as a garbage man, people think that you're like lower than someone who's like a lawyer. When it's like what you're doing is like way more important than the person who's the lawyer.
I don't know if I would quantify it, but they definitely are both necessary.
Exactly.
So to like look down, I think it's hilarious. It's like we deliver pizzas,
right?
And it's not exactly the same because like restaurants are nice, but like society would get by. I feel like without pizza. Like fast food places and pizza places. Yeah. Regardless, I noticed that like just walking around town, like the way like college students especially like look at me, and like maybe I'm reading too much into it, but I feel like they're like always thinking like, oh, there's like a pizza guy, like I'm going to college, so I'm not that, like, or like, the same way people treat McDonald's workers.
Kind of look down on you.
Right.
Basically.
But it's a weird paradox of, if someone goes to McDonald's to order food, but it makes fun of the employee for working there, like you're eating there, like you need them for what you're trying to accomplish.
At least right now you require them
exactly.
to get what you want.
So it's like that's like a good metaphor for life where we all need each other for everything that like goes on. We're all just like well,
that's how society functions. Everyone just working and helping each other. And the way that we've accustomed each other to help is by working and then exchanging money for the work. And
right. I mean, it's the best worst system.
I mean, it's a system. That's for sure, dude. Jesus.
I like to think optimistically that there's a lot of good discussion going on today in terms of where we need to go, and I feel like we could have radical change in the next few generations of how
this next election
go on. That's real short term, but yeah, it's gonna
be
heating
the
up.
start.
It's
Hopefully.
heating up. I don't know. I don't know.
We thought Trump was the start, dude.
What?
We thought Trump was the start.
Who's
change,
we?
Dude, the world. We thought that Trump was gonna be so fucking ridiculous. Or
well, I guess I did kind of think that way. I was like, like what's gonna happen? Like throw a wrench in the cogs. But
I mean, I feel like it's reckless.
Not that I'm saying I did or didn't vote for him.
Right.
But right. Well, I don't try to put my faith in like, like the presidency. It's like kind of something I don't really expect to like really turn out my way or like believe like what the candidate says, because like a lot of things Andrew Yang says like are really great, and he seems like a really good like. He says like, not only does he have like what seems like good policy positions, but also just like the things he says about like life and like how to be and like how we shouldn't be. Like he's kind of like a good figurehead.
Like
he seems
he's
like
positive.
He's positive.
Yeah.
Seems like he would be like he would be a good president because he's like a good like role model.
Yeah, he's optimistic about the future,
Right. So maybe in that way, like that could bring
solutions.
fast change, but like they're still like the president. They're still beholden to like the checks and balances of the rest of the government.
Right, all that bullshit.
It's funny how we always trickle down to politics.
Because we just want to talk about Jeremy Yang.
Jeremy.
Yeah, whatever his name is.
Andrew Yang.
Yeah, I call him Jimmy.
Why?
Jimmy O Yang. I think about him all the time.
Who's he
from
from?
Silicon Valley. He's like the little Asian guy in that show.
I think I know who you're talking about. He was also in something else. I haven't watched that show.
He was in Crazy Rich Asians too, and probably other shit.
Ain't seen it.
He's funny. He's a stand-up comedian. We're talking about.
I'm funny.
Not him. Yeah, you're something. Yeah, what about that? You want to do stand-up comedy? Isn't that you said that to me?
Dude, I tried
in confidence the other day or something.
Dude, come on. How could you do this to me? I definitely thought about it because it's just weird how. Like, I'll just, like, every situation I'm in, everyone I meet, they're like, oh, my God, you're so funny. Like, they, like crying, laughing by the end of it. So, I think I have a chance.
Same, though, dude. We should just start, like,
no
a
one
sketch
says
comedy.
that to you.
Or, like, a sketch comedy.
No one says that to you. Well, we need funny skits. We need funny skits. We'll throw them at the beginning of Psychoactive. And then we have a dope.
That would be funny. That would be funny to actually have, like, pre-made skits.
But also, we could just, I was thinking we could, do like have the skits, just like put the skits up separately. Like have Psychoactive be like the show, right. But also we'll have a video that you can just watch the video, or at the end you can just watch the performance at the end, and then like eventually we can like clip it up, just
like little clips of each part.
Clips of each part for sure. I'm talking way too fast. I'm stumbling over all my words.
I fucking understand, dude. It's fine.
No, I'm just saying. I'm noticing it.
You drunk?
Maybe. What are you, my mom?
Stumbling over your words, dude. But yeah, we should start writing skits, dude. I don't understand why not.
Dude, let's write one right now live on the podcast. Here, you want to get into? Well, we just talked about politics. I would get into some Twitter news, but
I'm gonna spill water on you, and then you're gonna say "fuck you," and then I'm gonna say,
"Please don't." Here,
fine.
Let's do some famous birthdays for the day.
There we go. What's today's day? The 18th.
Today is the 18th of March.
It's probably not the day it's gonna be going up. But that's the day today.
Or maybe we should look ahead. We should make it the day, but it doesn't matter because
we don't know
no one's
when it's
gonna
going up.
watch it on that day.
Oh, good. This is a
so
great
many.
day for birthdays, dude. These are people that
All right.
know.
So number one, I don't know how they're listing them. I guess by fame.
Yeah.
The fame metrics. So with the most fame points at the top, we got Adam Levine, star of Maroon 5.
39 fame points.
Just ripped it up at the Super Bowl.
He did something at the Super Bowl.
He did something.
Who's Lily Collins?
The name sounds familiar, but her face does not look familiar.
It's her birthday today. She was
her birthday. How old is she? She just hit the big 3-0.
Abduction. I don't know. I haven't seen any of the things.
Definitely, the name sounds familiar, but
it's her birthday.
Is this
today.
literally famousbirthdays.com? That's so funny. So vapid and stupid. All right, we got the fucking GOAT, Queen Latifah, 48.
She's 48. She doesn't look 48. She looks really good.
That's because she's got all the money in the world to throw at her face, like all of them do.
I do that too.
Like Adam Levine, it says he's 39, but he's actually 68.
Dude, this girl's 14. She's a YouTube star. Oh, Haley Stewart.
Dude, we could get on famousbirthdays.com.
YouTube stars.
Dude, I've got a few months. If we make it before then, I could be on it this year, dude. Like maybe, probably not you, but I'll probably be on it.
Dude, there's like a TikTok star.
Oh my. Literally. That's a thing.
Star.
That's a thing.
Oh my God. Why? This is not the famous people that I want to see.
I know. It's like, well, it's probably not that many, so like it's better for their platform if they just bring in every old Tom, Dick, and Harry.
Just go back further in history.
Oh wait, was that Sierra Bravo?
Years, dude.
Turned 22?
What do you mean? Who is that?
What do you mean? Sierra Bravo. She was in
Big Time Rush.
Dude, was she? Oh, yes, dude. Did you ever watch Big Time Rush?
Of course I did. Dude.
Yeah, that was the little sister, I think, right?
Was she? She was discovered at a talent expo at age 9 and provided voices for characters.
Dude.
Oh. That's pretty good.
I feel bad for child
As a fucking
actors.
9-year-old, dude, you'd be making so much money right away. Then your whole life's weird, though.
Dude, absolutely.
Look at this picture of her. She's 22. That's not recent. She looks like she's 13.
I know. Wait, she's 22. That's crazy.
Yeah,
dude.
Today. She's 22.
I can't even imagine what fame must be like. I think about it so much. Like,
what, being famous?
Yeah, because like everyone, a lot of people have fantasies of it, but I feel like you can't even know what it's like until that happens to you. And like, it's one thing to be, like a TikTok star, an Instagram star, like you have like a following on social media, but no one's gonna like recognize you out.
Right, like a normal person.
But like if you're like fucking Tom Cruise and you're just like, your life is, you're put so much on a pedestal, you're almost like a god. Like if you go out, people are starstruck. I can even imagine what it would look like for people to be like, holy shit, like that's Tom Cruise.
Holy
like I don't know if he ever actually is just like out by himself or just like with a few people. He probably just like,
would you be able to at that point?
Hides
at that
in
level
the shadows.
Of fame,
dude.
Like that's what I would worry about. You wouldn't be able to get away from anyone.
Plus, like at that point, you're not getting. I feel like you're not getting like real feedback from other people. You're getting like this elated feedback, like this flattery and this a bunch of, people treat you well. Not that you don't have like family or real friends, but at a certain point.
This is where we get our news, dude.
What? New Wars?
No, fuck. News Wars,
Oh,
dude.
News Wars? Is this like Info
Yeah,
Wars?
it's the same thing.
It's
It's the Alex Jones
Come on, people!
Except, whatever. I don't know. I thought it would be actual news, but it's really not.
What do you mean it's not? It's like, globalist preparing New Zealand as emergency refuge for globalist. This is not... Are
we at war right now?
None of this is like...
Did you want to talk about the J.K. Rowling thing that we were talking about earlier?
Oh, yeah, bring it up. What isn't...
today, I saw it on Twitter that people were just mad.
What'd she say?
I don't know exactly what it was. She just said that Dumbledore and, like, Grindelwald or some guy from, like, the new Fantastic Beasts movie, they're in, like, some super sexual relationship.
What is the Fantastic Beast? Is that, like, the same universe?
Yeah, dude. It's like the spin-off series of Harry Potter. Since after it ended, they had to...
Oh. They got to pump more money out.
Yeah. But she's basically just saying that these people are, like, this way, without actually referring to it in the book at all.
Right.
So people are mad, like, oh, you're just trying to get attention from people, or, like, trying to ride this wave of, like, social justice and shit.
Uh-huh. Well, that's how it began, was back when she said, like, Dumbledore was gay, even though... like, yeah, okay, like, he never talked about him not being gay, right. So whatever. But yeah, like, this is not the first time she's done this, and it's just like...
No. But just like, why? Why are you going back? You could have progressed as a person and learned that you should just shut
come
the fuck
on.
Up.
She needs to listen to the Psychoactive podcast,
book.
Dude. We need to send this to her and be like...
She is not... She will never listen to this in her life.
This show?
Yes. Why?
Maybe not this episode. No reason. Maybe not this episode.
All right.
You've just challenged me. I feel like
you're gonna get J.K. Rowling.
We've got to make this podcast so mother effing popular.
Dude, I have to look at Snapchat news.
And what we have to do is we got to bait her. We got to talk about her all the time, so that it grabs her attention. People will be like, "Hey, did you know these people are talking about you all the time?"
All right. This is a good one. We can talk about life hacks, dude. We can talk about Snapchat life hacks.
Katie said she tried that the other day. It didn't really work. How
the pineapple thing?
Pineapple apart.
Where you're like ripping each.
Maybe you gotta like rip it up. I don't know.
Maybe it has to be like cold.
Why would that have anything to do with it? I don't want to look at Snapchat life hacks. I don't want to look at Snapchat.
We can talk about this stupid shit.
Snapchat is a literal pile of poopy poop garbage. I'll pee on it. I pee on it. And I'll poop on it. It's poopy poop.
This life hack is using a toothbrush to clean your shoe.
I don't care. I want that to get out of here. Oh, wait. What is this? So we got a cup holder that you get at the drive-thru.
Yeah.
And you can put your phone in it, and it holds your phone up, dude.
Yeah, is that all it is?
Crap, dude, I'm quaking in my boots. It holds
your phone? Use an empty beer bottle for a cooking oil drizzler.
We could just make a whole podcast where we look at our phones and talk about it. Let's just do that. It seems more easy and fun.
Dude, these aren't life hacks. That's all I'm saying. What kind of shit? Why do you lie? This is not news. This says here Twitter, Snapchat news. The guy who wrote this. You need to look at Twitter news now. Well, this is the kind of J.K. Rowling thing.
Let's do it.
That was pretty much...
Let's see what Twitter's showing us. Oh, I saw that.
More than a decade's music has been lost by
server
MySpace.
Error or something happened.
Are you
MySpace
serious?
lost all their music from what was it?
From
2005
to 15.
2003 to 2015. Yeah, damn. Like
been
more than
lost
a decade.
In server migration. Over 50 million tracks have been
so what does that
irretrievably corrupted.
So what does that mean? Like, what does it mean? The music, like you could put music on there and they lost it, or what?
Yeah, dude, that's how people used to get famous, is putting their shit on MySpace. I forget which band.
I never used MySpace. Taylor Swift, I think, got really popular.
Yeah, she was probably one of them. It's just like, who gives a fuck? Who's using MySpace nowadays? Who uses MySpace for music nowadays?
But I guess at the same time, I don't know. Maybe if you had like something popular on there, still it was.
That's so funny. Oh, that was yesterday, apparently. Just the J.K. Rowling thing.
Do
you like sports, dude?
Shut up.
You want to watch?
We need the news, baby. Oh, Egg Boy, did you see that?
He's gonna donate money raised for him to victims of the Christchurch.
Dude, that's ridiculous, dude. I am.
What are you gonna say about that?
It's just worrisome. What?
I said, what are you gonna say about that?
Just the fact that. I mean, yeah, he did just, like, put an egg on him, but, like, that was pretty shitty. Like, what do you think about it?
And he looked like an asshole.
Right.
Plus, Can we talk about that? He was recording himself.
The way he just was, like, he wasn't... That's the thing that, like, recording things with phones have, like, brought about in this, like, era is, like, you're not there. You're in your phone.
Right.
You're not...
You don't feel like
you can see the kid, the way he holds his phone up, and he's, like...
Right. He's looking at the phone
the whole time. Looking at the phone, right. and just gets clocked. Hilarious,
Bro, that
dude.
was the best part.
Just
when that dude blasted him in the.
But what sucked, but what pissed me off was the.
Who fucking was that? Anyway?
Did you see where he got just body slammed? Someone chokes him, takes him down, and then some other guy. Yeah, so this guy chokes him. There's another angle, but I don't know if it's on there. But another guy just jumps on top of him, on both of them. Yeah. Even though the one guy already has him restrained. He's just like, fuck you, I'm just going to jump on you too. It's fucking hilarious.
So he's going by Egg Boy now just because he used an egg? Like, Jesus Christ.
Is he going by Egg Boy, or is that just what people call him?
Young whale dies after consuming exorbitant amount of plastic trash. Yeah.
That's sad.
That's something we need to figure out what to do with.
Are we just going to read the headlines, or are we going to get into the facts?
Well, because that gives us something to talk about. Like, why, what are we doing with all of our fucking plastic? Why are we just piling it up? Why don't we have a solution for it?
Right, yeah.
Why don't we have, like, this mixture that just melts it down to nothing and just causes nothing?
Trash is hilarious. The fact that we just collect trash and just throw it in a dump, and we're like, all right, that's our best.
Out of sight, out of mind.
That's our best. It's our best solution we just for now.
Keep piling it up. Build the walls higher if it gets too high, fucking...
Like, is that the only way we get rid of trash? Like, we put them in landfills?
Incinerators.
Do we have...
But that causes a lot of pollution, and there's issues with that. And it's like, why don't we have a better way by now?
We've
had plastic for a while, I feel like.
But how are we going to get rid of, like, every type of material, of every shit, like, gross shit with food and stuff? I feel like it comes down to us finding a way where there's not trash. So I, like, thought about, like, how would I...
Like everything we use is just reusable, basically.
Yeah, or like we don't have like one-use plastics or like plastic wrap or
like
shit.
Paper towels or shit like that.
Right. I mean, maybe we could use like paper products because like those can be composted,
biodegradable and shit. Yeah.
But yeah, it's got to start with like finding a way, a system where
removing plastic, basically.
But like, it's just like the cheapest, the easiest.
It's so useful too, and it's just like, damn. That's the reason it exists.
Stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Right.
Rock and a hard place.
Dude, it's fucking hard.
It's hard out here for a human, you know what I'm saying?
And like all the shit in the water, like how are we gonna get all that out? God damn it. Alright.
Well, Boy on Slot.
Google Doodle, dude.
He's from Amsterdam, I believe.
Who?
Or one of the Normans. It's his name is Boy on Slot. He's a guy from I want to say Amsterdam, but he's like working with people. He's like came up with a prototype of like a boat. It's not like a boat, but it's like a thing that swims in the ocean and it like collects the trash.
I saw something like that.
But there's a few other companies working on that too.
Anything that can make something like that is fucking beneficial.
Right. That's dope. But at the same time, it can't just be like what we have to do. Like we got to find a way not to just like have all our trash end up in the ocean.
Well, we're the ones that started the fucking problem. We need a fucking solution for it. That's not just, putting, treating the symptoms of something rather than have an actual solution.
Well, what makes it so much harder is having different countries that have different regulations in terms of pollution.
Different laws, yeah.
Like, in terms of the climate change situation, regardless of how much we have anything to do with the climate changing or whether it's just changing, like we have regulations put in place and we're a pretty big country, but China just
they're literally
dumps
the main
pollution.
Culprit.
Yeah. So, I mean, if they're not going to stop.
Well, that's where everything's made.
Right. That's the thing is we act like we've got it so good here, but going back to like how we need each other. Like, we're in a mutual relationship with China where they don't give a fuck about their people, and we give a lot of fuck about ours.
Right.
We have, like, freer society, so they tell us. I'm still, still skeptical.
They do like to say that, though.
Who, the government?
The government, yeah.
They do like to make us think we're not tax slaves. Regardless, yeah, sweatshops.
Let's talk about more politics. Dude.
What?
Let's talk about more politics, dude.
Dude, that's all this show is. It's psychoactive, baby. We're getting psychoactive about politics. I forgot to be looking at you in the mirror.
Yang gang.
Yang gang.
No, there's no real point to it, but it's
no, because it's conversation. We're talking to each other, so it helps to be able to make eye contact.
We're kind of looking at the camera too, so it's
right. So it looks good, but it also looks weird because when you were watching this, it doesn't look like we're talking to each other, even though it feels
we're
like we
staring
are.
forward.
And we're like staring forward, like engaged in like conversation because we're like eye to eye, like no, but we're both just like looking forward, not at each other. Yeah, but it feels good to be able to look at something, right? Look at your face. I guess we can do this, but it doesn't. We also could work with. I was thinking if we have
like
the
a
table
divider here.
If we have the table long ways and we're across from each other.
Where would the camera go?
It would still go there, but this would be that way. And then we would be on either side, and then the camera would...
Maybe we could do that. This thing picks up both sides.
Right.
So that'd be fine.
And that way we would be looking at each other.
Bro, this podcast is all an experiment, all right?
It's just the creative process, baby. It's just getting our thoughts out. Just
That's like
pooping our thoughts
today.
onto... What?
The podcast.
The podcast.
Just in general. No, we just talked about like the creative process. But like the podcast, like it's like easy to like do, but like the way we're doing it, we want to have the video too, and like that makes it slightly more complicated in the process.
I feel like it really
just figure shit out is like interesting, and it's a good challenge.
Right. I just really thought it would give us the leg up of us just, being nobodies, just starting a podcast. We could put it on YouTube for people to find us because it's more relatable to people like, oh, there's those guys and this is what they look like. And
right.
It's like,
this not no one,
like, it's so, if you like open up iTunes or any podcast app, it's just a sea of like podcasts and how are you supposed to find something just based on the title. But if you have like a thumbnail and you're like, oh, what is this?
Or like a recognizable little picture.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, it's definitely worth the extra work.
We need like a logo that we want professionally done.
Oh, yeah,
that'd be fucking sick.
Oh, like a video for that comes up on the screen in front of us.
Dude,
and like right here.
For a little
like an animation.
Or a little, profile picture, an animation.
Right.
Cool. There's a lot of things that we can do with this. This is just the beginning. This is episode 3, dude.
Dude.
The 3rd episode of Psychoactive.
Episode 3. How much you mean to me. Episode 2 was new, but now it's 3. And I feel free. I'm done. Keep going.
How much longer do we have to go?
I don't know how long it's been.
You can't check. Did it stop recording?
No. Oh, fuck. It stopped recording.
I love that. I love when it stops recording. Do you think people want to hear a song, dude? What is that?
Oh, nice. So it's already been like half an hour. That's about as long as our last one was. I kind of like keeping it around the 45-minute mark, but
I'm gonna talk for 15 more minutes.
But we can also kind of jam. But yeah, I'm gonna need to think of something to talk about.
It's only our 3rd podcast, dude. They're not expecting a lot.
I need they.
Yeah.
This is for my own personal.
Did you put it on SoundCloud?
I did not.
We have a SoundCloud also where it's just the audio portion of the podcast.
Yes.
Which someone may be listening to.
Follow us on
SoundCloud.
SoundCloud. What is our name?
The @ Oh, jeez, I don't know.
Oh, it's _shafts, I believe.
Is it? _shafts.
And don't go looking around for any other shafts. We're the original shafts.
No, it's / we are the shafts.
Okay, yeah. It's on Instagram. Yeah, it's the _shafts. We are the shafts on SoundCloud. We are the original shafts. There are no other shafts before us.
Yep,
and if they say they are,
they're liars.
They're liars. And we will fight them in court if need be. And we will fight them in the court of public approval and in the court of good music taste, because we will rock them out of their socks. And that's all I've got to say about that. And I hope they see this, and I hope. I mean, it's buried deep in this podcast, so they'd have to watch this whole podcast. But listen to me, the Shafts from Sweden. I'm calling you out, and if you find this, hopefully, eventually, in the future, it's on. All right, that's all I can say. Whoever hits it big first.
You see these circle logos, dude, for the shafts? I like this one. It's so like
that one's pretty cool because it's like we don't give a shit.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I like that one. It's just like plain. Here we go. The shafts. I don't know. I'll continue to work on it.
Oh, the shafts like penises, like dicks, dude.
I like this one a lot,
dude. Like you know how some people call their dick the shaft, dude. Just kidding. We knew that the whole time. Obviously, that's the joke.
Oh, you want to give the story behind our name in the end of this podcast, the 3rd episode?
Ooh, 3 episodes deep. I don't know if they're ready, dude.
Nah, we'll save it. Fuck it. They don't know. They don't need to know.
They don't need to know the deep.
What are our views at? Let's just see that.
What are our views at? Yeah, nothing.
What do you mean nothing?
It's just us been watching.
No, dude. 12 views. You see that shit?
On the second one?
The first 14 views. It lied. 14 views on the first one.
Dude, I
hope. Second one.
You gotta know.
11 views.
The thing that always I'm like really anxious, and so the thing I always overthink.
How do you know? How do you know you're really anxious?
I don't know. The way, because my shirts always tell people how I'm feeling.
That's true. The last episode did. This one didn't.
It is telling me how I'm feeling. I'm feeling blank today. Regardless, no. Like, do you ever tell me if you feel this way? Like, I think the first people I think who's going to come across any work I put out is like the people I went to school with, the people I grew up with, the people I'm all connected to on social media. So it's always going to be like them, be like, oh, like Weston started a podcast. Like, let's watch it. Like, let's, like, whatever.
Let's judge him.
Even though, like, yeah, let's judge him. Even though, like, I shouldn't give a fuck. And if they care, fuck them, and they don't care. It's they're probably
they probably just think
it's just a blip in their own life, in their own consciousness.
Oh, this guy's doing this thing. Okay, move on. They just now know that information about you, that you're in a podcast.
Or they watch it every time and they make fun of me, and then
I hope we have people that watch it. They probably think it's interesting.
They think of all the ways I'm ugly, and they think of all the ways I smell, and they think of all the ways that my voice sounds weird, and they think of all the ways that I run weird. What?
Just get smell-o-vision.
Smell-o-vision, so we can fart, and we're gonna hear the farts.
So they can just smell the incense.
Oh, the incense and be part of that.
Obviously.
Well, they'll know at home to spark the incense with us.
That's true.
Get in the zone. This Nag Champa it's doing wonders to me.
It's pretty nice. I like it. Might be the best one.
I mean, Desert Sage is still pretty good. So
this one's pretty relaxing.
Don't knock Desert Sage. Yeah, this
Desert Sage, dude. That sounds like a flavor. That sounds like a smell.
I wonder if I click this button if it takes me to the end. Oh no! It's not gonna do that. I'm like, I'm not gonna touch anything because I don't want to.
So we might have guests in the podcast eventually, but we haven't really figured that far ahead yet.
Yeah, for sure. We should consider kind of...
Or like music news or shit like that. You want to see music news now? You want to see if we have any music news?
Opinions on anything?
Any new albums that came out, dude? Any albums come out today? Can we go to NPR Music News? MTV still doing music news? Interesting. None of these are interesting. The sex scandals shaking K-pop in a reckoning over how South Korea regards women.
How do they regard women?
I don't know. Apparently, several K-pop stars have been retired abruptly because of their seedy sex crimes.
Jesus.
From the group Big Bang. I don't know.
29-year-old singer-songwriter Jun Jung Young have both apologized to the public for their involvement in twin interlocking cases of exploitation of women. What exactly?
This isn't really music news. This is more just like news. About people in the music industry.
Texting in Korean, you raped her, LOL. Oh, so Jesus. It was straight up.
Christ, why?
I guess that's just what they said.
Well, if you're texting, you raped her, LOL, what kind of person are you?
Right, I'm just saying I don't know if it literally was rape or if it was like they were just joking because I'm not reading the article because I'm
Who jokes
lazy.
About rape, dude?
Rapists.
Exactly. No one else does.
Well, I mean, not in the sense like comedians. I'm not 100% for like rape shouldn't be joked about. I don't think any topic should not be joked about.
Right.
But rapists who joke about just having raped, fuck those guys.
Yeah, those guys are assholes. Today's the 18th. Anything? Weezer released the Weezer album.
That was.
I think it was the Black record.
Black album.
Did you listen to any of that?
I listened to the first song. I didn't really listen. I'm not.
Did you not like it? You're playing it when I fucking came here today. You're playing Weezer.
I like the hits. I said I'm not big into them. I don't.
You don't listen to the albums that come out.
Weezer came out with an album.
Okay, I got you.
I probably should. I mean, I should probably be more musically literate.
Not with Weezer. I mean,
there's nothing wrong with a little bit of Weezer.
And you're telling me I'm fine with Weezer. It's just some of their shit.
I mean,
the more recent
they're a very
shit's just-
eccentric band.
They've been bad recently, dude. So bad. Basically,
It's
that's
all
the
subjective,
only
man.
notable album.
Come on, man.
Is there any coming out that we can talk about in the future? That you like? Lana Del
Anderson
Rey.
.Paak is
You like
coming
her?
out with another album after having just released one last year. That was pretty good, so I'm looking forward to that. I listened to
Anderson .Paak, cool.
his
Kelly,
single
dude.
King James this morning.
Sarah Bareilles, how about that?
Don't know her.
She had that one song forever ago, dude, about circle waves, the flaming lips.
I will say this.
Oh yeah, look, there he is.
Wait, the Flaming Lips are gonna come out with a
King's Mouth
album.
on April 11th.
I saw them live. They are tremendous.
Ooh, Cage the Elephant too, nice. Coming out with Social Cues, April
Oh yeah,
19th.
because they've already released a single. Look forward
Oh,
to that.
Catfish in the Bottle, man. Yeah, The Balance. I'm waiting for that, dude.
I've never listened to them a whole lot.
Good. Vampire Weekend.
That's definitely something we
apparently.
could also do. I think we probably talked about that, like music reviews, song reviews, and shit.
We can do like a segment where like I show you an album from a band that you've never heard of, and like listen to it all the way through, and then we
and
talk
then I
about
talk
each song,
about it.
and then you show me an album from a band I've never
That would
heard of,
be
and then we talk about that,
awesome.
like one that you're like super familiar with, and that
Right.
that like I have no idea about, and like I can do it with like shit I know that you don't know. That's a good fucking idea, dude.
That is a good idea. I'm gonna write that down.
That's a good idea for like the next podcast.
You mean there's gonna be a
Da-da-da.
Psychoactive episode 4? Dun, dun,
I
dun.
guess so.
I guess so. Womp womp. When that needs to be a sound. Womp womp.
Oh yeah, that's also a thing we're gonna be doing is sounds on a pad. Once we figure out how to do it, and we actually think of things that we want to put on the pad.
Like, you're now listening to. We should do like robot. Try and get like a robot voice. Like, you are listening to Psychoactive. Or something
Dude,
like that.
yes. I'm going to do that right now. Text to speak. Oh, yes.
I don't know. Is that gonna?
Let's see how it works. Can
There's no way it's actually gonna.
I just type things? I have to drop a file in. It's just going to read.
Oh, what? Well, you could just like do a notepad thing.
Can't you do it in like Google? Yeah, we'll do that. All right. So what's left for
Does
the
Google
podcast,
have
dude?
Maybe just like jam a little bit.
Jam a little bit. So I can make it just speak.
Well. Oh, you can do text to speech in Google Docs.
We'll see.
I don't think you can. I don't think you can. I'm not sure about that, mate. I haven't quite heard of that one, mate.
I was waiting for you to just start playing while I
That said
figured this out.
That said Ariel. I thought it said anal from over here. Sorry, I know this is a family-friendly podcast. I didn't mean to bring up the
Anal. The dirty and
the old
dirty and the whatever.
pinky and the stinky.
Yeah.
There's no way. Are you looking for like tools?
Voice
typing.
You think that was it?
No, that's the
Click to
that's,
speak. Hold
No,
on.
you speak and then it
Oh.
types it.
Oh,
You silly.
yeah. Obviously.
I'm bleeding.
Why are you bleeding?
Bleeding.
How do we make it talk? Type to speak.
Hey. You know I've been thinking about the chefs and their good old podcast show. Whatever it is, I don't know. Did you find one?
Bro, keep playing.
I'm playing.
Who do I want to say it?
Thank you for listening to Psychoactive Podcast with the chefs. You know I'm gonna come through. I'm gonna go to bed on your ass now.
Thanks you for listening to Psychoactive
You said
with the
thanks
Chefs.
you, dude.
You
Fucked it up. You fucked up the whole damn podcast.
Fucked it
Now
up.
we got to start all over.
Start all over again.
You for listening to Psychoactive. Psychoactive with the shafts.
With the shaw.
Bro, that was Daniel.
That's pretty good. Is this royalty free?
Thank you for
Oh, it says
listening to
commercial.
Psychoactive with the shafts.
That's my favorite one.
That
I
sounds
think.
really good. We may not be allowed to use this though.
No, it's fine.
We just don't have to tell people the website we're using, and then they'll have to figure it out.
TTSreader.com.
Dude, now they're gonna come after us.
Thank you for listening to Psychoactive with the shafts.
You have to bookmark that because that's good. That is really good.
I like that. All right.
You know we're almost done with the podcast. What's it called? Psychoactive with the shafts. And you know we're coming to you from the future to the past and back. I've been looking round at all the people round in my own town. They all walk around with a smile or a frown. I know that little girl looking for a place. I know that you've been cooking, and you know we're booking up. Go and mess around. I told you settle down because I know you're looking for one like me. And if you come inside, I won't make you run and hide. You look at me and say, I don't know you this way. I think you really do, and I don't want to be to sit with you. Thank you for listening to Psychoactive with the Shafts.
You want me to say that again?
Oh damn, that was gonna
Just
be the
so-
ending.
just so we can
But you
close
cut
it
it off.
No, dude, we have to close it out with this thing.
Thank you for
I wonder if it's
with the
speech.
Shafts.
Oh, dude, it kept the speech too.
Thank you for listening to Psychoactive with the shafts.